I'm ready for anything. We can't keep quiet. Nigerians are suffering. Opposition politics in Nigeria is a difficult one. People don't want to associate with you. I made up my mind that if this is the end, so be it. Peter Obi challenges President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everyone. Depending on wherever you're watching us from, you're welcome back to BMS channel.
But I've made up my mind that if this is the end, so be it. Because we can't allow the country. It is difficult to be in opposition in this country. Extremely difficult. Because everything is against you. People don't even want to see you. They don't even want to talk to you. I see colleagues that greet them at the airport, they don't even want to reply. Because they feel they don't want. Tax is a function of productivity. The country is unproductive. So are you going to tax 100 million Nigerians that are living in extreme poverty? Are you going to tax those people I saw in IDP camps yesterday? Are you going to tax the factories that are shut down in Kano? Go to Bompai, go to Shadan 1, Shadan 2. Where are you going to tax? Tax is a function of productivity. When the country is productive, people are gainfully employed, then you can tax them. And we can generate more tax. What we need now is to reflect the country, make it productive, and then we can talk about generating more revenue. Let me assure you, what is on the table now is that everybody who means well should come together to get the country to work. There's a lot of, call it, lies. There's a lot of propaganda. There's a lot of, trying to, bamboozle the people going on here and there, which has to stop. Let's build this country. Let me say it again. None of us is going to be here forever. Those who did it yesterday are no longer here. But if you look at the country, it's collapsing every day. I saw 1,500 kids yesterday, not in school. And I did ask 3 of them, do you want to go to school? They say yes. What are we doing? An indicative of high level of distress. Food insecurity has become a national norm, making Nigeria one of the hungriest countries of the world. Gainfully employed and middle-income Nigerians now spend nearly their entire income on feeding, with some resorting to borrowing to eat, just to eat. For those living on margins, low-income earners and unemployed.
This is New Year message of Mr. Peter Obi to Nigerians, challenging President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. In fact, there is one statement that Peter Obi made that really touched me, where he was saying that everyone that means well should come together to rescue this nation, Nigeria.
Let me assure you, what is on the table now is that everybody who means well should come together to get the country to work. There's a lot of, call it, lies. There's a lot of propaganda. There's a lot of, trying to, bamboozle the people going on here and there, which has to stop. Let's build this country.
Could this be the reason we saw Peter Obi with the likes of the former president of Federal Republic of Nigeria, Goodluck Ebele Jonathan? We saw him with Olusegun Obasanjo. We also saw him with the likes of IBB and Dele Farotumi. Are they really cooking something? What is Peter Obi really cooking for 2027? As we can see, this write-up from Dr. Mo, who is also an aide to Peter Obi. From the very first hours of 2025, Mr. Peter Obi set a remarkable example of leadership by prioritizing empathy, inclusiveness, and action. He began the year by reaching out to the downtrodden, the poor, the sick, and the homeless, the jobless, the rejected, the suppressed, and the marginalized. His journey took him to IDP camp, primary health care centers, and communities where he commiserates with those grieving the loss of loved ones, mothers, sisters, and others dear to them. In addition to his compassionate outreach, Mr. Peter Obi addressed a press conference on critical national issues. He provided clear, actionable steps on governance and leadership in the light of the economic hardship, food insecurity, and systematic failure facing the nation. His words underscored his commitment of solution driven leadership at a time when Nigeria needs it most. But his engagement didn't stop there. Mr. Peter Obi also connected with the high and mighty, consulting with some of those who have shaped Nigeria's history, former military leaders, civilian presidents, and influential pirates. Among them were General Ibrahim Babangida, former President Goodluck Jonathan, former President Olusegun Obasanjo, and Dele Faratumi, a symbol of resilience and hope for Nigeria's future. This inclusive approach reflects his willingness to learn from the wise, draw inspiration from visionaries, and deepen his understanding across all strata of society. For me, this is the ideal way to begin 2025. It speaks volumes about a leader who embodies the strength, wisdom, consistency, and compassion required to navigate a nation like Nigeria. A new Nigeria is possible. Guys, I'm asking, what is P2B really cooking? In fact, the APC chieftains and APC supporters are really not happy with this development, as Bayo Onanoge has dropped his message to Mr. Peter Obi. Onanoge, who took to his X-Verify handle and wrote, Peter Obi is now Nigeria's leading prophet of doom, says APC. While Nigerians celebrate the new year with hope for a more glorious 2025, Peter Obi, former governor of Anambra State and presidential candidate of the Labour Party in the 2023 general election, was seemingly stuck in a replay of his jangling, groom-riddling wish list for our country. Obi's New Year message, in which he claimed that our dear country political, economic, and security situation is worsening daily, is misleading and appears intends to score cheap political points. This claim, at a time when all indicators shows that our country is rebounding in significant measures across all sectors, cast Obi squarely as Nigeria's leading doomsayers. This is coming from Bayo Onanoga. Guys, let's hear your view on the comment section. But remember, if this is your first time of watching our channel, please feel free to subscribe to our channel, like our videos, share our videos, and please don't forget to turn on the notification bell in order to be getting our updates.
One such list was also published on World Leaders to rank the most corrupt one in the year of 2024. 2 African leaders have made it to the top 3 on the list of the most corrupt leaders of 2024. The 2 are Kenyan President William Ruto and Nigerian President Bola Tinubu. The world leaders were ranked by the Organized Crime and Corruption Reporting Project, or the OCCRP. Now, the global network of investigative journalists that specializes in organized crime and corruption. Ruto and Tinubu were the finalists for the OCCRP's Person of the Year Award. The top ranked, that is the most corrupt leaders title, was given to former Syrian President Bashar al-Assad. Kenya's William Ruto was placed second, and Nigeria's Bola Tinubu was secured the 3rd spot. In West Africa's Nigeria also marched against the Tinubu administration last year. The protests were dubbed "End to Poor Governance," calling out the government graft. At the center of these protests were his controversial economic reforms, which included removing decades-long costly fuel subsidy to save money. Tinubu claimed that these reforms would fix the economy. However, it further burdened Nigerians with skyrocketing inflation and fuel scarcity. The Nigerian President Tinubu has been accused of amassing enormous wealth for himself and his family. He has also faced scrutiny for being a drug dealer in the US in the past. He was also rocked by allegations of certificate forgery shortly after he was inaugurated as the president in 2023. Now, during his presidency, he has faced backlash over his economic policies. Similarly, Kenyan President Ruto has also faced suspension for graft in the past while serving as a minister. As per reports, in the first 6 months of his presidency, he spent more than $11 million on receptions, parties, and other hospitality supplies. Tinubu is also accused of prioritizing his personal luxuries over the welfare of the Nigerian people. Both leaders frequent foreign trips and have come under the spotlight. In fact, they are both known as Africa's flying presidents, as carried on with their foreign visits in luxurious jets while people in their countries suffered under tough economic conditions. So while public outrage grows against them, such reports are only making things worse for the leaders of the two big African economies.